How big players manipulate the crowd. The complete smart money follow the whales course. Hi, I'm Victor Oskarapetyansk. I've been trading for more than 25 years, and in this video I want to tell you about my course, Smart Money Follow the Whales, a training program that will help you look at the market differently, understand the logic of big players, and completely change the way you see the price movement. If you ever entered a trade based on a perfect signal only for the market to hit your stop loss and then move exactly in the direction you expected, you've already seen how big players work with the crowd. In this course, I show you the system and approach I developed through decades of real trading experience. The full link to the course is in the description under this video. We also have a private community where we break down trades, discuss the market, and where I share fresh trading ideas almost every day. I also share my live trading statistics, so you can follow my trading journey not through words, but through real results. The link to the community is also in the description. My path in trading was not easy. There were mistakes, emotional trades, blown deposits, and moments where it felt like the market was simply playing against me. I used to say the market is unfair, the market is manipulated, they intentionally hunted my stop, and you know what? Sometimes that was true. But the real problem wasn't that the market was manipulated. The real problem was that I didn't understand how the manipulation worked. Most beginners look at candles and indicators, but candles only show the result of the move. They don't show how the move was created, where liquidity was taken, who got trapped, and why price reversed exactly at that level. That's why I created Smart Money Follow the Whales. This is trading that helps you start thinking differently, to stop asking basic questions like should I buy or sell right now, and start asking questions that truly change the way you approach trading. Where is the liquidity? Who is trapped right now? What are the big players preparing? Is this a real move or just a bait? Why did price move there first and then sharply reverse? What is the market trying to make the crowd believe? Because when you start asking the right questions, the chart begins to look completely different. Now, let me show you what's inside the course. Smart Money Follow the Whales consists of 15 step-by-step lessons. And we start with a foundation. Lesson 1. How whales move the market and why you didn't know about it. This is where you understand who the whales really are, how large capital creates market movements, and why most retail traders never notice what is happening until it's too late. I explained the logic behind this smart money approach, how this strategy developed, and how traders can use it in real market conditions. You will understand why the market often looks chaotic, why price make strange moves, and how manipulation becomes visible once you know where to look. Lesson 2. Signal types. Stop getting lost and start seeing structure. Most traders are drowning in information. One signal says buy, another says sell. One influence is bullish, another is screaming collapse. And in the middle of all that noise, the trader gets confused. In this lesson, we break down signal types clearly. You will learn which signals matter, which signals work in different market phases, and which signals are just noise dressed up as opportunity. The goal is simple. You stop chasing everything and you start seeing structure. Lesson 3. Tracking tools. From whale alerts to blockchain data. This is where things get practical. We look at whale signals, on-chain data, transaction tracking services, wallet analytics, and exchange activity. You will learn how to read the data, not just stare at numbers and wonder what they mean. I also introduce mTracer, a service that helps track and analyze this information. The link to mTracer is already in the description, so you can register, explore it, and start checking how it works in real market conditions. Lesson 4. Whale Activity Analysis Methods. Here we go deeper into the behavior of large players. You will learn how to identify accumulation, distribution, hidden entries, preparation before a move, and signs that may appear before a pump or a sell-off. This lesson helps you move from "I think something is happening" to "I understand what may be forming here." And that is a big difference. Lesson 5. Whales on CX and DEX. Whales do not behave the same way everywhere. Centralized exchanges and decentralized exchanges have different mechanics, different level of transparency, and different types of manipulation. In this lesson, you will learn how to separate real intention from bait, where manipulation often happens, and why liquidity is one of the most powerful tools big players use. Because when you understand liquidity, you understand why price is attracted to certain level. Lesson 6. The influence of news and macro factors on whale behavior. News alone don't move the market. What matters is how big capital reacts to the news. In this lesson, we look at macroeconomics, the Federal Reserve, inflation, ETFs, news manipulation, and whale behavior during panic and Ethiopia. Because the crowd usually reacts emotionally, but whales often prepare in advance. And when the crowd finally reacts, the opportunity may already be gone. Lesson 7 and 8. Confirming signals with technical indicators. These two lessons are all about confirmation. You will learn how to combine the smart money approach with technical analysis. We work with the RSI, volume, liquidity, key levels, divergences, momentum, and market structure. But here is the key point. Indicators are not there to make decisions for you. They are there to confirm your logic. After these lessons, you will stop entering trade just because something feels right. You will have a process. Lesson 9. Whale behavior analysis in different market phases. The market moves in cycles: accumulation, range, bull market, bear market, and capitulation. And whales behave differently in each phase. In this lesson, you learn to understand the context, because the same signal can mean one thing in a bull market and something completely different during distribution or panic. Context is what separates a beginner from a thinking trader. Lesson 10. How whales create traps and manipulate the market. This is one of the most important lessons in the entire course. We break down false breakouts, stop hunts, fake moves, emotional traps, and the way big players use fear and greed against the crowd. You will see how traders are pulled into the wrong direction right before the real move begins. And after this lesson, it becomes very hard to look at the market the old way. Because once you see the trap, you cannot unsee it. Lesson 11. What you need to know to avoid losing on the first signal. Most beginners lose money because they enter too early. They see the first sign, get excited, jump in, and then the market teaches them a very expensive lesson. In this lesson, we focus on risk management, entry confirmation, signal filtering, psychology, and mistakes that destroy trading accounts. Because in trading, being right is not enough. You also need to survive long enough for your system to work. Lesson 12 and 13. Building your own strategy. This is where theory becomes your own trading system. You will not simply copy someone else's strategy, you will learn how to build your own. We create a trading approach, scenarios, entry rules, risk management rules, testing methods, and ways to adapt the system to a personal trading style. Because a strategy only becomes powerful when you understand it, trust it, and know how to apply it. Lesson 14. Practice working with live signal. This lesson is about real practice, not perfect examples from the past, not beautiful screenshots after the move has already happened. Real situations, real signals, real decision making. You will see how to analyze the market in the moment, how to think before entering a trade, and how real work with market data actually looks. Lesson 15. Scaling and adopting a strategy. The final lesson is about growth. How to scale your strategy, how to adapt when market conditions change, how to stay disciplined, and how to move from random, emotional trading to a structured, professional approach. Because the goal is not to make one lucky trade. The goal is to build a system you can repeat. So what is the real value of smart money? Follow the whales. This course does not turn you into someone who guessed the market. This is not the point. The point is to help you become a trader who understands why price moves. A trader who can read the actions of large capital. A trader who filters noise. A trader who thinks in scenarios. A trader who stops being easy liquidity for other players. You will learn not only how to find signals, you will learn how those signals appear. You will understand what services can help you to track whale activity, how to read the data, and how to connect the data with the market structure and trading decisions. And that is a completely different level of trading. Because once you understand the logic behind the movement, you no longer look at the chart like the crowd. You start thinking like people who move the market. The full course, Smart Money, Follow the Whales, is available through the link in the description. The private community with trade breakdowns, market analysis, and live signals is also linked below. Join the course, enter the community, and start learning how to follow the whales instead of becoming their liquidity. Welcome to Smart Money, Follow the Whales.